wasting much time, let's get started. So these are my beads. Okay, I'm using 0.7 mm and scissors for cutting. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and cut my fishing line. I don't like cutting my fishing lines very long at the beginning. It can be very disturbing. Okay, so I think this will be okay. So I'll go ahead and pick 5 beads, string it on any side of the thread. Okay, so this is 4, so I'm going to cross the last bead. Pull it to the middle. Make sure you have equal length of the thread. Okay, so I have my 5 bead circle. Next I'll go for 5 beads, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and then cross the last bead. Remember, any number of beads we pick, we cross the last one. Okay, pull it down, and this is what I have. Now next I'm going to pick 5, right? Sorry, 4 rather. So this is my 4. 1 on the left, 2 on the right. Okay, or you can do 2 on the left, 1 on the right, any side, anyhow you want to do it. Just make sure you have 1 bead here, 2 beads on the other. You cross the last bead to have this. So if you have this at this point, you are on the right track. So what I want to do next is to pick 5 beads. So you see how the threads are, where the threads are, so I'll fix it on the top one. Okay, the top thread. So on that thread I will fix 4 beads, and then cross the 5th one. Okay, so this is what I have at this moment. So next I am going to enter these 2 beads with this thread. This is nothing difficult to do, you just have to follow the right process. Okay, and then I'll pick 3 beads and fix 2 on the top fishing line and cross the last bead, which is the 3rd one. Have you seen that? So I'm going to do this one more time. I'll use this thread to enter these 2 beads here. And when you get to this point, you will enter only 1 bead. Okay, and then on that same thread you will pick 4. Okay, and put 2 on that thread, the one that you used to enter this 1 bead here. You fix 2 on that thread, and on the other thread you fix 1 on it, and the 1 bead that will be left in your hand, you cross it. Hope that is well explained. okay, like this. So next, on this side of the thread, the one in my left hand now, okay, so this very one, I'll pick 5 beads, fix 4 on it, and you know what will happen to the last one. We are going to cross it, which is the 5th bead, like this. Okay, so continue. You enter 2 beads, you pick 3. Make sure the beads that you pick, you not fix it on the one that you used to enter the beads. Okay, just don't forget that. If you've realized that I am going very fast because I don't want to skip any part of this video or fast forward any part of this video, so I'm making sure I do everything in time. Okay, so we won't have very long video, but not skipping other parts as well. So I have a video on how to slow down YouTube videos. Okay, so you can check it out. The link is in the description box. So if you think I'm going too fast, you can slow it down by watching that video, or if you already know how to do that, you can go ahead and slow it down. So here I have just entered this 1 bead, and then on that same thread I will fix 2 beads on it, fix 1 on the other thread, pick 1 more bead and cross it. Okay, like this. Okay, so at this point I am going to, so on this thread, the top one, I am going to pick 4 beads, like so, string 3, cross the 4th bead, so you can see that this circle is made up of 5 beads. That's what I want to do. So next I'll enter 2 beads, pick 3, 2 beads, pick 3. If you have any comment, any suggestion, anything, okay, you can let me know in the comment section. I am doing this for you guys, so I will want to have feedbacks from you to know whether what I'm doing is what you actually want, because I want to be doing what you guys want. Okay, so let me hear from you in the comment section. I am working on a project of having a website where you can shop raw beads. Okay, any type of beads you want to buy from me, if I use a particular bead in a video and you want to order for that one, a website that you can do that at with ease. Okay, so watch out for that project. So here I will enter this bead, one bead. You know, when we get to the end here, we enter just one bead, and then on that same thread I'll fix 2 beads on it. On the other thread I'll fix 1 bead, pick 1 more bead, and then cross it. Sorry. Okay, and then on this thread, the one in my left, I'll pick 5 beads. And as usual, cross the last one. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. Please give this video a thumbs up if you are loving what I am doing, and share. Okay, just as I am sharing this idea with you, you can also share it to others. Okay, we are helping each other. Okay, so at this point I will fix 1 bead on each side of the thread, pick 1 more bead and cross it. Okay, no, so at this point I'll fix 2 beads on the top bead, sorry, the top thread, and then cross the 3rd bead like this. Okay, and then with this side of the thread I'm going to enter this bead here, and then pick 4. Enter the next 2 beads, pick 3. See, my thread is becoming short, so I will just create a loop here, then we'll cut another thread. Sometimes you don't have to wait till your threads become very short. Okay, So I'll enter these 3 beads. Don't worry if you are not able to enter the 3 of it at once. You can do it one by one. Okay, so I will just continue. Okay, so at this point I will enter the next 1 bead just as we've been doing. Can't even find the hole. And then on this same thread, the one that I used to enter this bead, okay, I'll pick 3 beads, not 4 but 3, cross the 3rd one, like this. Okay, so this line that we just did is our middle point. Okay, so with this side of the thread I will enter the next bead. Let me just pass this. You have to be taking your time to do this, okay? Don't rush like I'm doing. Alright, so let's continue. So I will enter this next bead, okay, and pick 4. Enter the next 2, pick 3. You might try to use the round beads, okay? Yeah, I tried it. I'll try to show a picture of it at this point. I tried it, but with the same process it was very small because I used 6 mm beads, but this one is 8 mm. Okay, so you can use bigger beads, but if try to use, but I will not prefer using that kind of beads because I see it to be too small. It makes your bag with the same process, it makes it to be too small, and sometimes it is not it won't be in the shape that you want it. Okay, yes. So here I will just enter this bead, and then on that same thread I'll pick 4, put 2 on that same thread, 1 on the other thread, cross the 4th one, like this. Okay, and then here I'll pick 4 beads, fix 3 on the top thread, and then cross the 4th one, making a circle of 5 beads. Okay, so from here we are just repeating what we have here. Okay, we are just repeating what we have at the other side. Then you continue with your enter 2, pick 3. So on this thread, the one that I used to enter to these 2 beads, I'll fix 1 bead on it, 1 bead on the other, cross the 3rd bead, but it didn't work, so I will remove it. Okay, so on this side of the thread I'll fix 2 beads on it, and then cross the other bead. Enter the next bead, and then on this side of the thread I'll fix 3 beads on it, cross the 4th bead, and then it continues. Hope you are enjoying the video and then learning something from it. If you are doing it alongside the video too, you can let me know, or let me see what you've done by you WhatsApping me with your picture. Let me know how you are progressing, whether you are understanding it or not. Okay, so we have entered the next 2 beads, and then on that same thread I will pick 3 beads. So I'll fix 3 beads on it, but I will cross the 3rd one. You see that? Okay, so next enter the next 1 bead. Okay, then on this side of the thread I'll pick 4 beads, then cross the 4th one, enter the next 2 beads, pick through, so my thread has become short at this point, so I'll just pick 3 and fix all of it on this side of the thread, and then enter these 2 beads, and when they meet the other thread here, you can choose to tie or create a loop to lock it inside the bead like this. I don't want it to disturb me anymore, so I'll just enter some few beads and cut it off. People have been asking me to add subtitles in other languages and also on the video, but if I decide to do that, it will take a very long time for me to be publishing videos, but I'll try my best. I'll try my best to do it in other languages or with subtitles. Let me put it that way, with subtitles. Okay, so it's left with just this line. Okay, so I will just cut a very short fishing line. Okay, so here you can start from here, you can start from anywhere. So I'll just enter these 2 beads here. So I'm doing this to show you in case you're also doing it and then your thread gets shorter at some point and you want to add a new thread. Okay, so I'll pick 3 beads, okay, and cross the 3rd one, so to make this 5 beads here. So next I'll enter 2 beads, pick 3, okay, enter the next 2 beads. We are ending it. Okay, so once again create a loop. So here we are picking 2 to have 2 5 circle beads here and here like we have here. Okay, so the thread I cut is actually even too long, and we are done. So I've been able to do this in 29 minutes. Okay, so you know how many of this bead bag they can do in a day. This is not difficult to do, and I actually didn't miss any part of it because I want you to know everything about it. So I have private classes, okay, which are more detailed like than these ones, you know. So you can sign up for it too by WhatsApping me or chatting me up on Instagram or Facebook. And voila, our love shape purse is halfway done. So the next thing to do is to build the side. Okay, so I have cut a new thread, and then you see this side, we have 5 circle beads here, 5 circle beads here. So the 2 6 circle beads that we have in the middle, that is where we are going to start with the side of the bag. So I'll enter these 2 beads, make sure both sides of the thread are equal. Okay, so on the one in my left hand, or the top thread, whichever way you want to call it, I'll fix 3 beads on it. Okay, and then cross 1 more bead, making it 4. Make sure you have equal sides of the thread. Like this. Here you can choose to use different color for the sides or just one color throughout. Okay, so next I will enter 2 beads, the next 2 beads, pick 3. So from here we are just going to enter 2, pick 3, enter 2, pick 3, enter 2, pick 3, enter 2. Okay, yes, enter 2, pick 3. So that is how we are going to do till we get to this part. Okay, so while doing it, it will fall like this. Okay, yeah, so let's quickly do that so that we know the next thing to do. Okay, so I am done with the size. It didn't take me more than 10 minutes. Yeah, so you can actually make this bag or purse within an hour or 1.5 hours. Okay, so you can imagine as many as you can make in a day. So I already made this, okay, before we started with this one. So as you can see, you can choose to embellish it with, I don't know whether this combination that I have done, I don't know, but I like it this way. But I did this to show you, if you want to embellish it with different color of beads, how you can do that. Okay, so that is why I have this, but I'm going to remove it. I want it just one color. Okay, so the next thing to do is to join the 2 halves together, and then after that you fix your handle, and then we can move on to do this thing that I have here. So now let's just join it. So I have my thread on this one already. Okay, so I will just enter this bead as well with the other thread. So I have my threads coming out from 2 beads. Okay, so on the top one I'll fix 1 bead. Okay, and then with that same thread I'll enter these 2 beads here. Hope that is understood. Okay, and then we now pick 1 bead and cross it. Did we see that? Okay, so that is how you are going to do it, but there is another way. Okay, if you want to have, you see this one that we just did, the space in it is smaller than the ones that we have at the both sides. Okay, so the other way around, which I prefer, is not to, when you are closing the other side, or when you are done with the last step like this one, you will not fix 1 bead here, 1 bead here, and then cross the third one, but you fix 2 beads on the top thread. Okay, and then cross the other 1 bead, so it will change where you have your threads. Okay, so as you can see, so I would rather enter this one, and so I will have my thread coming out from these 2 beads instead of these 2 beads here. Okay, hope that is well understood. And then you can just go ahead with the same process that we did. 1 bead, enter. So here I will not enter these 2 beads, but these 2 beads here. Okay, and then you pick 1 bead and then cross it. You see that now we have 2 equal side. Okay, so you continue with that. You enter the next 2 beads on your right, enter the next 2 beads on your left, and then you pick 1 and cross it. As simple as that. If you want to have this in place, you can create a loop in the bead instead of just crossing it, so that it will hold it in place. Okay, you see that? So you continue with the same process, enter the next 2 beads on your right with your right thread, the next 2 beads on your left with your left thread, and then you pick 1. You either cross it or create a loop and lock it inside the bead, whichever way you prefer. So I prefer locking 2, and then the third one, sorry, crossing 2, the third one you lock it to have it in place. Okay, you see that? So you see how it's going. So I'll do this one more time, and then we'll do the rest of camera. I know this is not anything difficult. I know you understand it because I trust you guys. So this one, I will just lock it. Okay, so by locking it, instead of entering the bead with the other side of the thread, I will enter it with the same side of the thread to make a loop like this, and then I will pick the other thread from the loop, and then make sure the loop goes inside the bead. Okay, so I'll finish with this quickly, and then we'll come and show you the results. So I am done with the sides. Okay, this is a very cute purse that you can do. You can send it to weddings, like any occasion at all. Okay, so you can say I am just using this as a handle, but the handle is totally optional. You can just use any handle of your choice. Okay, this one I can just go ahead and use a very long chain to use as a crossbody purse or something, but I just want to use this one very short. Okay, so it's optional. So I was talking about using the round beads, so you can see how with the same process and the same number of beads, but this is very small as compared to this one, as you can see. Okay, so if you're thinking of using round beads, make sure you use bigger ones. Okay, like 8 mm or 10 mm. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and fix the other side of the handle. Here you can just fix a ring here, and then you can just attach your chain. Okay, so as for the handle, anyhow you do it is all up to you to decide. Okay, so I did this 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, 3 times, and then the next one, two on each side. Okay, in case you want to do the same handle like I'm doing. Sorry. And instead of picking one bead and crossing it, I'll bring the other end of the chain, fix it on one side of the thread, and I'll just tie a knot. Okay, and then I will have this as the handle. Okay, so very short and cute, like so portable. Okay, yeah, very nice. Okay, so now to this embellishment. Okay, so like I said, you can use any bead of your choice, so you can actually use this type of crystals. Okay, these are glass crystals. Good. You can use any color of it to embellish it, but like I said, I don't like this, but I want to show you how to do it. Again, after that I'll just remove it. Okay, so you just cut a workable, or yeah, a workable length of thread, not too long, not too short. Okay, I will enter this very big, so I am continuing what I have here. Okay, you can just do 2 lines, 3 lines and leave it, or you can actually do the whole side. Okay, so I will enter this very bead here, pull and leave about 5 to 6 inches, or if it's too long, you can pull it a little bit. Fix your bead on the longer side. Okay, and then the bead that we have our thread coming out from, the opposite one. Okay, so I'll enter that bead going up and or upwards. You see that? You pick another bead, you enter the next bead going upwards. Okay, and that is just that. It's not difficult at all. So here, because this is the curve, okay, this is here, so I will enter the next, the opposite one plus this very one, so I'll get the middle part of this circle. Hope that is understood. Oh, look at the bead I picked. So you can actually use the same bead as well. It's just optional. I want to be seeing your works, okay, so that it won't be like I am doing it in vain and then you are watching it and you are not practicing. You see that thing? Okay, because I want to have you worry me in the comment section, on Instagram, anywhere. Okay, because I would love to guide you, to coach you. Okay, when you get to this part, don't get confused. This is part of the side, okay, and then not the main body of the press. So I will enter these 2 beads, okay, to have my thread in the right position to start the next row. Okay, so this is not anything difficult. You can use different beads of your choice. So here, okay, I want to enter this one but not downwards, because I will have to go round, but that didn't work, so I'll rather enter this one straight out. Okay, so you can keep. One thing I used to learn is that I try things out. When I don't get it, I will just cut it or loosen it and do it again. So like this one, I always learn new things when I'm trying new things out. This purse here is my first time of doing this, but you can see, so you always learn new things when trying things out. Okay, so don't feel shy or be like you won't be able to do it or something. No, my dear, you have to keep trying till you make it. Okay, so you can just do one side like this and leave the other side, or do both sides or leave it like this. Okay, let me know in the comment section if you have any question. If this video was helpful, okay, I know someone will ask what will I do to these beads, so you can just enter the beads and that will be it. Okay, it won't come off. Yeah, so if this video was helpful, please subscribe to the channel, and when you subscribe, please don't forget to hit on the notification bell so you'll be updated anytime I upload a new video. Okay, so see you in my next video, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.